Johnny Gardhouse. Please welcome Johnny Gardhouse.
All right. Yeah. I made it. How you doing? Here we are. Yeah. All right. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Man, did I pick the wrong night to do mushrooms or what? Okay. Oh, man. Not funny, but there's a guy in the back going, oh, my God, he knows. All right, here we are. Good times. I hope we're all sober. Everybody sober? You doing all right? Good? Yeah? That's our job. We're Canadian. We drink. That's what we do. Yeah. That's what we do. Yeah, like places like Dominican, Cuba. Yeah. Anybody done that? You did Dominican, the Cuba thing? Yeah. All inclusive. Yeah. How long did you go for? A week. You went for a week? Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's a public service announcement to all my Canadian friends, to anyone really, only go for a week. Huh? Right? Because it's all inclusive, and that's a lot of free liquor. Right? I went with a friend of mine, my buddy Chuck, and we went for 2 weeks. Okay? And I remember 10 days in, looking at my buddy Chuck saying this, we gotta get the hell out of here! I am so hammered, I can't even see! What? I can't even see you! That's true. That's sad, eh? Yeah. It's weird how we just forget, eh? Canadians especially, we forget that we've paid for everything. We paid for the all-inclusive thing. You know, you sit down with the travel agent, you give them the card, yeah, I'll free booze, free food, free room. Let's do it! And we just forget. You know why we forget about the free liquor and stuff? Because it's like minus 40 when we leave, right? It's like February, it's minus 40, you get in the plane, then you get off the plane, and it's still February, but it's 80 degrees and sunny. And your brain just goes, what is going on? We need liquor. You know how many times I saw a Canadian do this at the bar in Dominican? Just to, like, yeah, 2 beers, please. You got a beer, senor? Yeah, how much are you there, buddy? No, it is free. Watching that thing in their head just go, wow! Free! Screw the beer, I want a bucket of scotch and some rye and some vodka. Ooh, and Ice Cube's he played by Kahlua. Yay, Ice Cube, yay! Running around the resort with a big bucket full of liquor, scaring the normals from the other countries. Hey, it's all free! Oh, God. And if you can scare a bunch of German tourists, you are hammered. I'll tell you that right now. I just want to have fun too. It's weird trying to save money. Do you try and save some dough? Do you do that stuff? No? You're all spenders? I want to save some dough and have some fun at the same time. I can give you a couple things to try here. Try this out. Go to the Ministry of Transportation or wherever you would go to get your driver's license. Take the driving test. Go in there, use a fake name, retake your driving test. Fun. Wow. Because you can do everything you ever wanted to do while taking that test. Just screw with that dude's head. 9 times out of 10, these government officials are kind of dicks and they want you to fail, so you have to pay to do it again. So whatever, whoever comes out of his mouth, just screw with them. Hey, okay, left turn here, please. No, I don't think so, pal. Today we drive. Then every once in a while, look in the empty back seat and do this. Shut the hell up! I will kill you! Then, take them up on the highway for the highway portion of the test, right? And as soon as you get in the on-ramp for the freeway, just floor it. Bear the needle, pin it for like the farthest town away, and go! Because you know he's going to freak out as you're hauling ass down the highway, speeding at top notch. And then, only because the cops are going to pull you over because you're speeding like an idiot. Right? Just have that cop come up the window and give you the spiel. Yeah, could I see your license registration, please? It's up to him, really. I don't know. What is it you said again? Oh, yeah. Said you'd never catch us, man. I'll tell you this, too. This is a great way to save some dough and have some fun. It's more of a hangover cure, really. This is great. This is fun. Get a couple friends. I don't want you to do this by yourself. Get a couple friends together, right? Get a couple cases of beer. Yum, yum. A couple bottles of whiskey. Drink it all. Right? So you're so drunk you can barely walk or talk. Then dress up like airline pilots. And go hang out at your local airport. Right? Then just wander around the terminals and talk to people. Hey, where are you folks going? Miami? No way, us too. Weird. What a small world. Give me a hug for luck. I used to love watching CNN. That was my favorite thing to watch on television. I used to love that. Was like my favorite reality thing to watch. But it just got too weird and freaky. Like I still watch, every once in a while I'll watch CNN because they have my favorite reporter in the world. Have you seen this guy? They call him Reporter in the Eye of the Storm. He covers hurricanes, that's his gig. He was down there for Hurricane Katrina. Horrible, Category 5 hurricane. But this poor bastard was on the beach waiting for the eye to come on shore. By far the funniest live report I think I've on television. Just cutting to, Bob, what's it like down there in Louisiana? Oh my God! Get me out of here! Everybody's gone, man! Someone just stole our van! And I kid you not, this is what they asked him to calm him down. They're like, Bob, is there anyone down there you can talk to? What are you, some kind of asshole or something? Oh, actually, wait, here comes someone. Hang on. See if I can get a quick comment here. They also have a guy on CNN. This is his gig. He names everything. Everything's got a big title on CNN. Notice that? I love this one. This is like 3 years ago. They had a storm down in the southern United States, and this is what the guy titled it. Storm of the Century. Let me put it this way. Up here in Canada, that same storm of the century would be called a light flurry. The local papers would read, Happy storm drifts through town. Locals plan parade. Then they showed downtown Atlanta, and all these people, like, so there are people in Atlanta driving around on black ice. Something we all take for granted in this country, but they're losing it. Oh man, I can't control the car! Eh? They're bumping into buildings, poles, other cars. Eh? But every once in a while, you look real close, you see like one car, like a station wagon on the freeway. Eh? It's Canadian tourists. Some crazy son of a bitch from Sudbury. Eh? Right on, eh? Take off the snow tires. Screw you! We rule this city. I can actually pinpoint the day I stopped watching CNN. Yeah, right to the day, because it was so ridiculous and they just blew the story out of proportion. You know what I'm talking about? It was the day the Pope died. Hello? There's just a sea of people going, no way, when? No. Well, tell me they didn't replace him with a German. No. It was so dumb, because you know what? He was a good man. Pope John Paul II was a great, great man. And, you know, that's huge from an Irish Protestant, you know what I'm saying? But Wolf Blitzer breaks in a program and he's like, shocking news out of Rome today. Shocking. Pope John Paul II is dead. Was anybody shocked that he died? Oh, that's right, folks. He was so young and healthy. Remember that last speech? I bought it. Books on tape. It's awesome. He goes, Wait a minute. Maybe if they had said something like, this is shocking, Wolf, because just yesterday he was driving his dirt bike through St. Peter's Square. This truly. Hilarious, eh? I don't know. And then 5.5 million people came to pay their last respects to the Pope. That was interesting. 5.5 million. I watched 3 of those 5.5 million live. Did you see these 3? There was President George W.W. Bush. He came and he brought his former President Dad Bush. Because let's face it, it's Italy. And there were a lot of big words. And this is the best part. They brought former President Clinton with them. I watched that for one simple reason, just to see if Bill Clinton burst into flames. when he walked through the front door of the Vatican. Did you see him? He was like, okay, here we go. All right. Yeah. I'm Dixie. That's why I hope, his wife was to become president of the United States someday. You know what I mean? Not just because I want her to be president of the United States. I want Bill back in the White House. Just like he wants to go back to the White House so he can find that weed he stashed in one of the bedrooms. All right! Oh, I'm just glad you came out. Hey, coming out, see some stuff. Thanks. One guy, yeah. I gotta tell you, I like doing this because I like getting out of the house, because I like to be home, watching my wife's watching the TV all the time, and again, she's in the reality stuff, and I want to get this off my chest, because I feel if I don't, I'm gonna start shooting people from bell towers. I can't stand the show Survivor. I'm gonna start a Facebook group. I hate Survivor. Let's march on the island now! It shows you how smart I am. I said march on the island. Super, yeah. I don't like it for a couple reasons. A, I don't like it because sometimes they play the show in the dead of winter here in Canada. Yeah, that's ridiculous because it just makes us angry. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You dig your car out in minus 50 below weather, eh? And then the snowplow plows you back in. You're like, oh, come on! And you go inside to escape the winter and escape into television, and then you're watching some idiot American on like a tropical island complain about his shitty day. Oh, it rained for 20 minutes yesterday. And all we had to eat was fresh coconut and shrimp. And then it was so hot. And that water's too blue to swim in. Too blue! I'm on the phone with my travel agent. Yeah, how much for a plane ticket to Survivor Island? Mm-hmm. And they sell baseball bats and shovels down there? No. Second reason I don't like Survivor is pretty simple. They don't allow Canadians on the show. I think that's kind of crap, right? But I have a theory why there's no Canadians on Survivor. It's because we, camp. You know what's amazing? You know, I love it. Wherever I tell that joke, it goes to the room and people are like, oh my God, we do. Some of you looked at me like Lithuanian exchange students, eh? Camping? Is that like with the paddle and little white ball? No, that's ping pong. Then no to camping. Very fun. We're born to camp. Think about it, man, we're born to camp. That's how Canada started, you know what I'm saying? Right? The British just dropped us off a few hundred years ago with a couple of kegs of rum and some blankets. You know what that was? The first camping trip. Oddly enough, first guy to die in Canada, first guy to fall in the fire. Oh, it was too soon. Somebody looked at me like, that's Gary. That happened to Gary. We would rock that show. We'd rock to it. There's no way they would kick a Canadian off that show, right? Because we're too ingenious in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know in that show when they take them aside and they talk to them, they're all like, so who do you think you're going to vote off? I think Gary, not really a team player, doesn't really help out. Rest of the tribe doesn't like him. He's in real jeopardy being voted off. What about the Canadian? Oh, no, we're keeping him. Yeah, he made rye out of coconuts. Yesterday, he made papers out of bamboo. This is going to be a fun month. 4 or 5 of you laughed. The rest of you looked at me like a newspaper? That's crazy talk, sir. There's not enough news in a day. What about a weekly magazine like Us or Newsweek for your little skitty skit? I'm going to level with you, folks. I wouldn't last very long on a show like Survivor. I'm a bit of a jerk. True story. I don't play well with others. I don't like large groups. That's why I picked this gig. I would probably be kicked off the first night. You know what I mean? That first night when nobody even knows anybody. They're all trying to figure out who the other teammates are. Like, who's that guy? What's her deal? I have the guy over by the fire, buck naked. Doing something like is the rice almost ready or what? Check it out. Not a real penis. Weird, right? You got all freaked out and at home you're about, what? Oh! Oh. What? So I do. I can't watch anything else. It's either that or the news for me, and I can't watch the news anymore either because in Canada, because I'm not a big fan of our leader, Stephen Harper. You fans of that guy, the boy with the Lego hair? Can you believe he hired a stylist and that's the dude they went with? That's pretty neat. I think we just we don't generally like our leader because we've been spoiled over the years with like wacky, tobacco leaders. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about Kretchen for 10 years? Isn't that fun? Do you believe he was our leader for 10 years? The rest of the world must have thought we were just shit-faced, eh? Hey, like, we hired a guy that was like, if Popeye and Flipper had a baby. And they, I don't want to think about that, eh? Oh, how bizarre. And see, that's the difference. Hey, Harper, he doesn't like talking to the press. He hates the press. Doesn't like talking to the press. Oh, I don't like, whereas Kretchen, he loved it. He loved talking to the press and having the press conferences. And I missed that from him, right? His press conferences, because they were so wacky and weird. And the simple questions would turn into like this secret code answer, because he spoke that Fringlish weirdness. You know, Mr. Kretchen, I think Canada will be involved in a post-war Iraq. Well, you know, the guy with the red hat has no bicycle. So we're all getting hats. So I got to write something stupid. I love this too. Now there's terror. Hey. And the terrorists, they wanted to chop off Harper's head. Hey, that's wild. Hey, you know who was laughing his ass off about that? Kretchen. Because remember how they tried to kill him? Hey, with pie. In America, you'd be arrested buying the pie. If you're going to pie the president in the face, hit it. Yeah, I'll take the coconut cream. Ah! No, only in Canada, the guy that pied our then leader, pied our prime minister, He waited in line. No pushing, no pushing. I came early for a reason, fella. Like... And only in Canada, they didn't catch him right away. All we saw on the CBC was gook and then 2 Matthews over in the corner. Holy shit, look at him go, eh? Boy, he's got the running shoes. Get in the car. Holy shit, he's gone. Even if our crazy people had weapons, they were going to take it up to Ottawa there, I don't think it would even work out right. Do you imagine some guy up on Parliament Hill opening up in the Parliament building saying, blam, blam, blam! 2 of them highly trained. Mounties over in the corner, eh? Goalies, tabernacle, that's no good, huh? That's not right, we should stop this guy. Oh, he's not looking. Hey! They're in that building. I don't know why I'm thinking this. I hack on the French there, but I don't mean it because we're a beautiful country. Quebec's a very important part of our country. I almost said that with a straight face, but you think don't hate our French. Don't put a hate on for our French people because we have the best in the world. I'll tell you right now. If you've ever been to France, nice people. Except the closer you get to the capital in Paris, the more the scientific term is assholeish. They get, like, and if they hear you speaking English, it's even worse. Like, I asked for a glass of water in this restaurant in Paris. I was like, excuse me, can I get a glass of water? And you tell me if this is a weird, kind of asshole response. Did I? Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming out today. We'll see you again soon. Take care of yourselves.